Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for a new United Way video relating to Manchester United players, or to Manchester United players that we've been linked to this summer. We've been linked to the likes of Todibo, Brantway, Adebayoyo, Chalobah, and I'm going to say the other lad's name, Lenoi Porro. And look, we have been linked to those five. Again, Tosin, Adebayoyo, probably not one that we've been linked with highly, but today we are going to discuss those five players, not in depth, just going to discuss them. It is a pre-recorded video, so we get about 15-20 minutes into me before they hit the road. But again, very, very interesting news to talk about because I am looking forward to this video because, look, Manchester United, it's getting to the stage where we're going to be linked to, me great-great-granddad who fought in the World War. You know what I mean? It's going to be one of them sort of things. Absolute go. But anyways, what I want to say today is there's nothing new on Manchester United. And today I'm just going to come on here, a bit of a raw show. We'll just sit back, relax, talk about the good old days. I wish. Maybe we could do one of them shows. Maybe we could do a podcast. Who knows? But look, like I say, I want to start off by talking about one of the defenders that we've been linked to recently, and he's plays for Lille. He's 18, and his name is Lenoi Porro. Now, I have seen something that Marseille, Lille, value him at 60 million. 60 million for an 18-year-old centre-back. I don't really want to sing to that tune. I don't want to sing to that tune. I don't want to dance to that tune. I don't want to bend over backwards for that tune. I don't even want to chew for that tune. Tune it, wouldn't even want to tune for that. We can't afford to pay 60 million for an 18-year-old who will come in and it'll take time to develop him into the defender what Ten Hag wants him to be. Him and Lisandro Martinez, I don't get the vibe. I don't know how I feel about it. 60 million. I mean, when I seen that, 60 million was the price, I was a bit like, what? I feel like with these days is players are not rated, are not valued the way they should be. They're not. They're just not. A big club's interested in them. Oh, that's an extra 30, 40 million added onto his value. Let's get a bit of that into us. Again, we have been linked to Leno Euro. And look, I'm sure he's a good defender. Don't get it twisted. But I just don't know. I just don't know. Like, seeing that price tag, like a transfer market, he's only 140. So the fact that if you go on to transfer market and a player's worth 50 million, he's actually worth 70 million. If a player's worth 90 million, he's worth 110 million. Keep it going. So yeah, just plus that by 20. You think 10 million? It's 30. This is going to be a funny show, I already know. But like I said, I don't know. Like, again, today is just one of these shows where I'm just going to talk about the five of them, nothing more than that. But the fact that we could go for Adebayoyo and Brantway or Todibo or Chalobah, we could bring in two. Adebayoyo's free agent, not a Fulham player anymore. We were linked to him a couple of weeks ago. His name is still surrounding Newcastle, obviously the club who are probably ahead in the race. If it's probably just them in the race, we're probably just ready to take off if needs be. But yeah, I am I don't know like we're not one of them clubs where we can really sort of say, right, let's bring them in and let's gel them in over time. We can't do that. We cannot do that at Manchester United. Not now. Not now. We're in this sort of, I'd say, so probably still in the still sort of rebuild stage. Varane is gone. Maguire probably gone soon. Lindelof, Evans. So the fact that if we bring in him, we cannot get rid of Lindelof and Maguire because we may need them. And obviously Leach is always going to stay. I never talk about Leach much because I already know he's going to be our starting left centre back next season. Starting centre back next season, doesn't matter where he plays, left back, left centre back, right centre back, left back, right back, midfield. He's going to be in that team. Goalkeeper, striker. But I don't really get the feeling. And look, I'll be honest, I don't really watch much of Lily. I don't watch much of the French league. So again, I can't really judge whether he's a good player or not. Like I've watched Chalobah, Brantway, Tosin, and a bit of Todibo. But the fact that Lily want a lot for him, we cannot dance to that tune. We cannot jump over the wall to get the ball because then the neighbour will come out, he doesn't like us, and he'll bait us around the gaff and make us look like fools. We can't do that. So, look at Morta and Richard Arnold. They've bent over backwards that many times. They can't walk straight. They've been bent over backwards too many times. They can't walk straight. They're done. Their backside is done because they bent over backwards too many times. Yeah, if you know, you know. Like another defender that we've been linked to is Chalobah, who I think is meant to be worth around £20 million. Chelsea, young player, all that sort of stuff. Again, another defender who, look, he's Premier League. Obviously, I support Manchester United, both sides in the Premier League. I've watched a lot more Chalobah than I have Lenny Euro. I tell you that for a fact. But I don't want to look if he's coming in as a backup. I'd do that. If we can't get Tosin Adebayo, again, it is a nickname. Adebayo. I think it probably is Adebayo, is it? Adebayo. Adebayo. It doesn't matter. We'll call him Adebayo just for the fun of it, anyways. But like, it is going to be interesting. It really, really is. But Chalobah is a player who I really don't think we should bring in if we're going to have him as a starting. If he's coming in as a backup, well, look, I don't mind that. But I don't really fancy the signing of Chalobah, and I don't fancy the signing of Lenny Yoro. Was I saying Porto all that time? Anyways, for 60 mil. I don't want that. I don't want that. In that case, we could bring in Brantway because Everton wants 70 million for him, and he's better than Chalobah and Euro. He is. He's had a good season with Everton. He's done very, very well. But the fact that Everton are rating him at 70 million is another ridiculous thing. English tax, yourself. It is what it is. And the fact he's played for the England international team. There we go. Probably only worth 10 mil at Christmas, but played for England. Let's add a bit more onto that. But I really, really just don't know. Like, honestly, I really, really just don't know, because I just don't know. Like, Chalobah, I don't fancy at all at the club. Lenny Euro, 60 million, not bending over backwards there. No, thank you. Brantway, 70 mil. I would love him at Manchester United, but the fact that he's worth around £70 million. Yeah, no. Like, surely Manchester United should be looking at the cheapest option. Again, Todibo probably worth around 50, 60 mil as well. But I feel like we could bargain. I feel like we have more of a chance of maybe bargaining Nice down than we do with Lily for Euro, Chelsea for, well, you can't really bargain Chelsea down for Chalobah when he's worth 20 mil. But Everton need to sell a defender, because typical rules again, in case you get deducted 50 more points. So they need to sell a player for the big bucks. So again, that's also an interesting thing when it comes to that sort of facts. We've done new shows on the channel in previous weeks' days. How many people are mentioning bringing Adebayo as a free agent and then bringing Todibo? Because Adebayo can be our backup, and then Todibo can play alongside Leach. I'd love that. If that happened, I'd love that. I'd honestly love that. And then we bring in a midfielder and a striker. You're only spending money on Todibo, and sure, you're only paying Adebayo's wages, which I doubt would be a lot, like Todibo. So that's what I'd like. But I don't think we're bringing Euro. I feel like we'll offer money for Chalobah. I just don't know why. I feel like Brantwaite will be one of them where we'll be linked to them, but nothing will happen. Tosin, wouldn't be surprised if he heads off to Newcastle. Todibo, again, I think a reporter asked him on an interview, something similar, again, don't know what word, but something about Manchester United. Is he going to leave? Can he see himself going to Manchester United? Something like that. It's basically something like you're going to Manchester United, and he said, I think I'll keep that to myself for now. Hopefully that's something along the lines of, I'm not going to tell you I'm going to Manchester United. You do hope that. And Denise, Ineos, Manchester United, Ineos, maybe there's something we could do there. Here's hope. But Todibo is a player. I wanted Antonio Silva. I'd love Antonio Silva at Manchester United. But Todibo is someone who I'd prefer a lot more out of again, I'd like Brantwaite, but that 70 million price tag. Euro 60 million price tag. Chalobah not as a starter. Backup, yes. Starter, no. We can't bring in Chalobah and let's implement them or Euro. Brantwaite, the money is a bit too much, so that's a kick in the teeth. It's a kick in the teeth. It is a kick in the teeth. But Everton need to sell players, so maybe we could go to Sean Dyche, rub his ginger beard, and hopefully he could say, look, have him for 40 mil, have him for 40, 50 mil, let's see. But, if Everton need the money, I need to sell players, well, then they're not going to back down. But I don't care. My team's not going to lose, 20 points next season. Couldn't give a shit. But I would prefer Todibo. Todibo is a player I would prefer at Manchester United. He's 24 years of age. He's young. He plays he hasn't been called up to the French national team this summer for the Euros. He plays regularly for Nice. I cannot see why we. I think he's made 130 some appearances for Nice. Right-footed centre back. Obviously, Brantwaite is a left-footed centre back. So again, we need a right centre back because Varana's gone. We need someone to partner up to Leach. I know we have Maguire. I know we have Lindelof, but no. I think Maguire's probably more left-footed, is he? I'm not too sure now. Actually, it's hard to know what he is because he's a bit weird when it comes to the footing. But again, if you do want Lenny Euro, if you want, like I said, I would love Brantwaite at Manchester United. He's a good centre back, but for 70 mil at 21 years of age, it's a bit much if you ask me. And again, we spent 80 million for Maguire. I don't want that happening again. I don't want Brantwaite to be Harry Maguire 2.0. Please do not do that. Because Manchester United could say, right, 70 mil, and then Everton could say 70 mil. Try give us 85, 80 mil. And Manchester United will go, walk it off. Hopefully that's what they do. But if they do go in for him, they cannot go in and offer 70 mil off the back because we need a midfielder and a striker. Unless you have two decent midfielders who are worth under 20 mil, well then be my guest. Go ahead. But the fact of the matter is we probably won't have a lot of money to spend. We're not going to have 200 mil, 250 mil. Right, there's money there for if we sell Casemiro, there's money. If we sell Christian Eriksen, there's money. If we sell either Lindelof or Maguire, there's money. If we, just more than likely Greenwood be shipping off elsewhere, there's money. And the same with Sancho. If he ships off elsewhere, there's money. There's money there to be made. There's money there to be made. So maybe we could deal with something then. But centre-back has to be... I know the main priorities is centre-back, midfield and striker. But the number one on that list should be centre-back. That should be it. Not striker. Striker shouldn't be number one. Midfield shouldn't be number one. Defence should be number one. And then you move to the midfield. And then you move to the striker. Whatever order you want to have striker and midfield in, couldn't really care less. But the fact of the matter again is we're not going to have a lot of money. We're not going to have a lot of money. I've seen something today that will have 50 to 80 mil around that in the summer. But then the money we sell, if we sell players, there is no money on top of that. I don't want to. That's ridiculous if that is true. I think Ben Jacobs said it. I think he did. Again, I don't want to say he is in case it isn't so. I think he said it, but again, I could be wrong. Correct me if I am in the comments below. But yeah, no, they're players that I just no. Again, most of them have similar strengths. Brandway, just indirect set pieces. I think he's calm on the ball. Adebayo, someone that just gets the ball out of danger and is good. Todibo likes to go in for a pass. So that's it. Lenny Yoro is he doesn't like to go in for tackle. He doesn't like to go in for tackles. So that's not a strength for him. That's a weakness. So they have their differences, similar, but yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. But again, please let us know in the comment section below. Which one would you prefer? Who would you prefer? You can say two, but I prefer you to say one. If you say Tosin, Adebayo, and Todibo, that's cool on me. But like I said, I'd like Brantway put the price tag. Lenny Yoro, don't watch much of him. He's 18 years of age, 60 million. No thanks. See you later. Chalobah, 20 mil. I'm sure he's not a bad centre back in terms of performances, but if I bring him in to be a starter, I don't really want that. But again, if he's going to come in alongside another defender, well then I don't mind that. But Todibo is the main man who I'd like at Manchester United. I'd like Manchester United to sign him this summer. Again, on transfer market, it says it's 40 mil. That may go up to 50, 60 mil. I don't know. Hopefully, it doesn't go any higher. But I do think, regardless of what defender we sign, it's probably going to be 40 million or above. 40, unless it's Chalobah. If we really get desperate times calls for desperate measures, well then it will be Chalobah. I wouldn't be surprised if we do bring a Chalobah if that is the case. Honestly, just could either be a good transfer window or it could be a shocking shit transfer window. Hopefully it's the first one and a good transfer window, and we bring in the right players for the right money. And it's also the same for selling players. Sell players at the right time for the right money and be ready. We need to be quick. Ineos, if you want to be quick, if you want to do a lot of things different than the Glazers done, you have to hurry the fuck up. But the fact of the matter, you can't forget, the Glazers are still around. Ineos are not the new owners. They're partial owners. The Glazers are still own a lot more of the club. Ineos are more involved in the football side of things. But look, this has been the United Way. We spoke about the 5 defenders that we've been linked with as of now. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please let us know in the comments what you thought of the video. Let us know if you'd like to see more of these videos about other players that we've been linked with. I don't mind. It's a bit of a fun video. If you want to see the normal Dino, this is what he is. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do like the video if you haven't already. Comment your thoughts on what defender you would like Manchester United to sign this summer and why. It doesn't have to be these 5 defenders we spoke about. It could be anyone else. Please let us know why. And please subscribe if you haven't already. We're getting ever closer to 1,000 subs. So if you can get us there, subscribe. We'd much appreciate it. It's free. Your bank account doesn't get damaged. Your mum or dad don't chase after you. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to you on the next one. Peace.